Nå går det strøm her. Gjør det ikke det?
Let's give it a try.
Pup. Ho, 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 ho. Han skal være ganske spesiell i huet for å komme på alle de greiene her, altså.
We did it, Pi. Let's go. We can finally escape this island.
Are you just going to leave the little guy behind?
We'll do whatever we can to save him.
That's the Larry I know.
Leaving so soon, Master Larry? I would have thought you would have appreciated the company of these lovely ladies. And here I was hoping that we would get to know each other much better, much more intimately.
Type han er.
Now that I think about it, we can leave him here.
If you're resourceful enough to break out of this very well-guarded prison, with your help, I might even be able to locate that cavern of cosmic cognition. We could experience the pleasures there together. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
I'm not so sure.
Well, if you want to learn more, check out my hotel room, number 69, where you can find a file I compiled. It contains everything I found out about it.
Don't think about it. Keep a stiff upper lip.
That too.
Der, vet du.
Whew, we got away. And nobody has to eat anyone.
Swingle is still there?
Oh, he'll take care of himself. But what do we do now? Faith has lost her memory. She can't even remember me.
Now, think about how we can change that, Larry.
Think sharp, Larry. Think sharp. With a rubber chicken when you don't know what else to do.
You should try looking for better company. You just learned something from Swingle.
His zippers distracted me.
The thing about the cave.
What cave?
Larry, he said that there is a cavern of cosmic cognition on the archipelago. Whoever enters it gains a deeper knowledge of themselves.
I've known everything there is to know about myself for a long time.
Not you, Faith.
Oh, right.
Whether that has anything to do with the pleasures that little perv is looking for remains to be seen. But maybe this cave does contain some powers that can help Faith learn about herself. And maybe then she'll remember.
Sometimes I feel like you do all my thinking for me, and I like that.
So now you have to locate the cave and open it.
Yes?
And then find a way to get Faith there.
Yes?
And then...
I know,
Put a rubber chicken on her head.
Put a rubber chicken on her head.
Yes.
No, Larry. If the legend is true, she'll remember everything.
It all sounds almost too simple. Okay, let's get back to Kahlua. We should look for that file in Swingle's suite.
Jeg var bura inn i Stakrokos, det er derfor Rese sier det er lenge siden jeg har vært i fengsel. Jeg er jo ikke egentlig i fengsel.
Headquarters, come in, please.
No! I said that's lube! It doesn't go in your mouth! It goes, spit that back out! Yamai! What's up, baby?
Have you found out anything about this Larry guy yet?
Hold on tight, Yanmai. He used to work for Prune.
What?
We found him in the personnel records. He was a stripper intern.
Unbelievable. That must have been a cover identity. So he already infiltrated Prune, where he probably stole all the company's secrets. But on whose behalf? Who are you working for, Larry?
He's clearly a threat. Maybe you should eliminate him, just to be on the safe side.
No, we can't lose sight of our goal. Faith. If he managed to infiltrate Prune, he might be able to figure out a way to get Faith her memory back. That's the only way we can find out where the algorithm is.
Right! You have my complete trust and my best torture knife. But wash it thoroughly before you bring it back. It's a family heirloom.
Understood.
I should see how the secret project is going. Hopefully, there have been some results.
Jeg håper vi får se hva det er. Se her, ja.
I'm under pressure all the way up to here. Sorry, my darling. My favorite engineer, my genius. How are the tests going?
Well, to be honest, not as well as I hoped. The motor skills aren't fully developed yet, and the AI doesn't work well enough.
And the sex routines?
They belong to the motor skills.
Fortunately, our test subjects all signed indemnification contracts, protecting us from any injury-based lawsuits.
Faith's algorithm would make everything so much simpler.
It can't be long now, Nari. Once we have the self-learning routine, it will run exactly the same way, by itself. But we can't waste any time. We have to announce our product.
I don't think that's advisable.
Yes, it is, Nari. Something is brewing in new lost wages. I feel it. Okay, I feel an itching in my crotch too, but that's got nothing to do with this. At any rate, we have to be one step ahead of everyone else. Soon, we will reveal to the world the Piebot.
Ja, kanskje du får vilja di, Rese? Kanskje du får vilja di?
So, yeah, this definitely looks like Swingle's room to me. He's certainly made himself comfortable here. Don't you think so, Pi?
Please just find that file and let's get out of here.
God. Tentacle fra Day of the Tentacle. Nice.
Strange nubs. I know I'm not supposed to pull levers where I don't know what they do, but...
Store baller. Guttebassen. Det Larry du mener? Eller han Gimpen?
Ah, now I remember why I didn't want to do that anymore.
Damn. Safe.
Locked. And there's no way to enter a code or anything.
Telefon?
Okay, what should I dial?
Kjedi. Tror du den som svarer det?
No answer.
Jeg regner med vi må finne ut av hva vi skal ringe før vi ringer, tenker jeg. Det noe under der. Massasjestav. Det kjekt.
Discreet and versatile.
Hahaha. Boop. Boop. Ja vel. Strap on. Yoink.
Pretty handy when you can just take one of these things off again.
Kjekt, vet du.
I like my leisure suit much better. I'm not touching that. Maybe it's...
Sure, Larry. Why else would there be a zipper across the mouth?
for the air hose. Totally logical.
Helt uskyldig. Her det noe greier.
I can't take those with me.
Nei,
That seems to be some sort of size scale.
det der.
I can't take... That seems to be some sort of...
Det var minigame med noen sånne der putte ting på plass. Kanskje det dukker opp
They
der.
don't look like they've been used, but I'll play it safe and keep my hands off them. I do feel a little weird. Those can't be...
Nei, det var sånn. Det var sånn. Vi trekker han opp igjen, da. For det, ja. Det gikk an, vet du. Det noe vi har gått glipp av her nå, da? Der det noe. Beaver plug, det må vi ha, sikkert. Det lurt. Det er jo det.
I like beavers.
I like beavers. Jeg ser der, vet du.
That won't help.
Wardrobe door. Jeg ser der, ja. Da var det mer greier. Fetish outfit. Joink.
I wouldn't fit into that, hopefully.
Ball gag.
Why is it called a ball gag? I mean, it's not even funny.
Faen. Joink. Vi prøver oss på telefonen en gang til. Men jeg regner med at vi må
Okay, what
finne
should
ut av hva
I
vi skal
dial?
ringe før vi... Ja, det bare random nummer. Never mind.
We can't leave yet. We need to find Swingle's file first.
Please just find that file and let's get out of here.
Locked.
Må vi ringe et eller annet sted?
Okay, what?
Kanskje.
That number's E.
Boobs.
That's the kind of thing an idiot would have on his luggage. I'll see you in hell.
420.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Kahlua doesn't have police.
Nei, men da så. Vi har snart exhausta alle våre options.
Hi, I'd like to complain about a bug. Oh, wrong number.
Funny. Hei, det ringer.
No answer.
Nei, det gjør det ikke. Ok, jeg tror vi må åpne den døra igjen, og så se på den oversikten her.
That seems to be some sort of size scale.
Nei, jeg tror
That
ikke
seems
det.
to be some sort of size scale. I wonder what's in there.
Jeg har på feelingen av at det er nummeret kommer opp her et eller annet sted. Det er noen farver der og sånn. Blir det noe annet som blir synlig når jeg skriver på den da? Nei.
That seems to be some sort of...
Se her da. Der, vet du. To, fem, tre, fire, en. 2, 5, 3, 4, 1.
Okay,
Nei,
what should I
det
dial?
skal være riktig farge også, selvfølgelig. Så 1, 3, 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4, 5. Ja, ok, det ser ut som jeg må putte dem i riktig rekkefølge for å få det til å dukke opp på displayet. Det er greit. Den er rosa, er det ikke det? Den tentakeren er grønn. Og massasjestaven er hvit. Strap-on er svart. Og ballgaggen er rød. Nei. Kom igjen nå, ballgaggen.
I can't take those...
Kom igjen, ballgaggen. Der. 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay, what should I
1.
dial?
Der, vet du.
That unlocked the safe.
Oh, yes. Ja, det var smart. Jeg likte det. Inflatable dude. Kjekt å ha.
What a blowhard. Not right at the moment.
Kjekt
More in
å
general.
ha.
I'm curious to see what's in Swingle's file. Look at this pie. This must be the file Swingle was talking about.
Se der, vet du.
Ah, it's kind of sticky.
Only touch
nasty.
it with your fingertips. I don't want to even think about the
Nasty.
diseases you could catch from that. Let me scan it for you instead. I'll put it all in my database so I can give you the information whenever you need it. Just don't hold me too close. Ew.
Okay.
There. I got it all.
What exactly is in the file?
Swingle has been very busy indeed. These are copies of historical documents from the crew that discovered the archipelago. Diary entries and letters, the captain's logbook, some pretty confused notes, and Swingle has also entered some notes of his own. The ship's crew actually entered this cavern of cosmic cognition that Swingle mentioned. To open it, they needed a keystone, which they found. At that point, the records become a little muddled. It seems they learned a lot about themselves. But for some of them, it wasn't very nice. What they learned led them to break the keystone into 4 pieces. Captain Muffington, Regibald Cockburn, Lady Gobbledick, and the Marquis de Carnard, they each kept 1 piece. They concealed the route to the cave so that no one would ever enter it again.
This sounds like a job for Larry Laffer.
Han vill inte finna ut av det.
They all died under mysterious circumstances.
Uff da.
What do you know about Cockburn?
Regibald Cockburn started a family with Lady Gobbledick. Oh, that's
Gobbledick.
interesting. His daughter later took the name Marley.
Huh.
Hey, that's Bobby's name, too. I should ask her about that. So Cockburn lived happily ever after?
He died of a broken hip from sex addiction.
Just what I said. Oh,
Typisk.
wow.
Hatar når det skjer.
Were you listening to me?
You're making it sound like sex addiction is a bad thing.
Whatever. Anyway, he was buried on Muffington Island.
Probably with his keystone. Tell me about the captain.
Muffington first settled on one of the islands, which to this day bears his name. But whatever he learned about himself in that cave, one night, he couldn't take it anymore. He tried to sail the Unsatisfied out of the archipelago with a small crew, but huge waves smashed his ship against the rocks. One of them was the legendary Phallus Rock, which is still worshipped today as a symbol of fertility.
So his part of the keystone probably sank there with him.
Probably.
Men da så.
What happened to the Marquis?
The Marquis couldn't cope with what he learned about himself in the cave. He threw himself into the Kahlua volcano.
Oops.
Ja. Uheldig.
That means there's no trace of his keystone, and it may have melted along with him.
But you could go to the volcano and look for clues.
Ja, jo, sant.
What happened to Lady Gobbledick?
She mysteriously suffocated. Not much information is available about her, except that she lived with Cockburn. Here's another one of his diary entries. My beloved Lady Gobbledick's grave must never be found by anyone. The dark truth must never be revealed. Only I know the way to her grave. It begins on, the entry ends there. It appears the second page is missing.
Ok,
I
så
have to
leter vi
find
etter
that
det.
second page to get to
Hva er
Lady
sjansene for
Gobbledick's
det
grave
liksom
and find out more about her
finne én
keystone?
side?
Okay,
Det er
so I
bok.
have 4 keystones to find, and of course to locate the cavern of cosmic cognition itself. Is there any information in that file that points to where I can find it?
A number of things point towards Kofuku Island. Swingle has even entered some coordinates where he believes the cave might be. But even if you find the cave and all 4 parts of the keystone, you still have a problem.
I'm too sexy for my shirt?
No. You have to get Faith to go with you into that cave.
Ja,
You
sant,
mean
det
I
er
have to
sant.
trick the dangerous armed cannibal lesbians to get an audience with their queen who has amnesia and wants to roast me?
Exactly.
As good as done.
And, Larry, I don't know if this is even a good idea. What those people learned about themselves in the cave back then, it drove some of them crazy. Who knows what could happen to Faith in that cave? Or to you. Cosmic knowledge, self-knowledge, endless pleasures. That cave could be dangerous, too.
We have no
Uh-oh.
choice, Pi. Faith is confused and has memory
Endless
loss.
pleasures hørtes
Maybe the
grusomt ut.
cave will give her mind a nudge in the right direction.
Ah,
And if it somehow
endelig catcha
turns
du
me
det.
into a sex-craved pervert at the same time.
Oh, well.
Nothing will have changed
Hey, I was going to say. Then I'll just have to live with it.
until you die of a broken hip or throw yourself into a volcano.
This
Fair
is starting
point.
to make my head hurt, Pi.
Don't worry, I entered it all in your app.
Alt kan løses med en app, vet du. Da kan vi gå herfra, siden vi har fått info. Spørre henne om navnet hennes, da. Hun er jo etterkommer av han, disse folka.
Regibald Cockburn is your ancestor?
That's true. How did you find out about that?
He carries his brains in his pocket, sister.
Yeah, he does. Regibald was not exactly the climax of my family tree.
The stone downstairs in the lobby was his?
Yeah.
Larry, that must be one of the keystones.
And?
You look like you want to explore my love cave again. Then again, you always look like that.
So that's a yes?
That's a no. Thanks. But I'm satisfied for the moment.
Ja,
But
ok.
I'm not.
Your problem.
Sant.
Can I have the stone from the lobby? It's really pretty.
The only way I'd let it out of my hands is if I were to get another memento of Regibald Cockburn. Like maybe his legendary signet ring. It's supposed to have some truly extraordinary powers.
Did you know that there are female cannibals here?
Of course.
And that doesn't frighten you?
Of course. I mean, I make sure that they don't abduct any guests who are particularly well off. But
Okay.
say, if someone is clearly way behind on their payments.
Ja, de nevnte jo at people suddenly disappear.
From a purely commercial standpoint, that makes sense.
That's what I said. Of course, I make sure not too many people disappear. Nobody here wants any news of that to get out. Nobody.
I get it already. Is there anything else you can tell me about Regibald Cockburn?
There hasn't been that much written or recorded about him. He was deeply in love with Lady Gobbledick and led an uneventful life. I once tried to promote his alleged motto as a slogan for Kahlua, but the resonance wasn't there, so I gave it up.
What was it then?
If it moves, you can screw it.
Nice motto, but a bad slogan.
Exactly.
Enig med dem der.
Where can I find the Cavern of
Det tror jeg
Cosmic
ikke hun vet.
Cognition?
men de kan
Nobody
jo
knows
spørre.
for sure. According to legend, somewhere on Gafuku Island. I used to drag tourists there to show them the remains of the advanced civilization. The stone heads. They weren't particularly impressed. That's why I don't bother anymore.
But if there are traces of an advanced civilization there,
I call it advanced civilization because that's all we have here. It looks to me like some people who couldn't tolerate the native mushrooms washed up here a long time ago and built strange things. And the founding fathers weren't here of their own free will either, but were shipwrecked here instead.
somehow a lot of people have ended up in this archipelago that way.
There are still some of the guys who came here for the festival near the cave on Gafuku. I mean, why not? As long as they don't break anything.
But aren't tightwads usually tough?
I'm not eating them myself.
Well, you certainly made a meal out of me.
Of course, I make sure not too many people. Nobody here wants it. Nobody.
Is the volcano still active?
It's actually quite active.
Ufta.
That's why nobody goes there. Of course, there are always a few crazy adventurers who see that as a tough challenge. But then, that's the lava's problem, not mine.
Det er lavans problem, ja. Jeg håper vi slipper å gå full Gollum.
Where's there an
Jeg håper
island
ikke det er
around
sånn
here
Larry
with a
ender livet
particularly
sitt.
dangerous reef?
If I tell you that, will you feel impelled to go there?
Maybe.
With your so-called raft? Then it's better I don't tell you or I'll have you on my conscience.
I'm leaving now, but and maybe another woman will want to have sex with me.
If she doesn't have
Kanskje
anything better
det,
to
vet
do.
du. Kanskje det. Det hadde vært noe. Back to the lobby we go. Inflatable dude. Single book.
Hey,
What's up?
do you have any idea what happened to all that junk I collected?
Junk?
Nei.
What junk?
The junk that was hanging on that hook.
The raft-shaped junk?
The junk-shaped junk.
I recycled it for you. Isn't that great? Anything for the planet. So how's that bird doing now?
I had to scrub it for hours to get the oil out of his feathers. But I did it.
Great
Nice.
news!
I set him free in the jungle, even in a spot where there was a female close by. But as soon as he saw it, he panicked and ran in the opposite direction.
That's weird. What a strange bird. Another animal in distress somewhere?
Not at the moment. Would you help me if the alarm went off somewhere?
Sorry, I have a lot of animals to take care of myself.
That's definitely a good reason.
Once you're done at Kahlua, where will you go from here?
I don't know yet. I go where I'm needed. There are still enough people in this world who go through life without thinking about others. Always throwing things away, tipping them over, breaking them, stealing them.
Sometimes there's just no other way.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. See you later.
Ja, det typisk Larry.
It's already...
Han tar jo alt som ikke sitter sammen.
It's already... I'm proud of my...
Ja, det bra du proud of your raft, men jeg tenkte vi skulle kjøre av gårde med den.
It's already...
Men det får vi ikke lov til, tydeligvis. Der. Ah, vi kan navigere sånn, ja. Se hva det ser ut som. Det her Gofuku, er det ikke?
Larry, Swingle had also collected some interesting information about this island.
I have to admit, I am curious.
Gofuku Island holds traces of a lost civilization. Swingle suspected that this cavern of cosmic cognition is located here somewhere.
Good to know.
However, this is also the island with all the death traps left behind by an ancient civilization.
Oh!
Uff da. Stone slab har vi sikkert bruk for. Lysende mushrooms. Don't mind if I do.
Maybe you can even eat it.
And maybe you'll start to glow from within.
I wouldn't mind.
Orkideene.
It's a pretty orchid growing there.
Var det ikke sånn at alle orkideene var giftige borte fra... Jo. Ja, stemmer det. This is somehow magically come back to life. Det er jo... Jeg regner med at det skal gå greit. Det var kjipt å begynne på starten igjen nå. Fan, det hadde vært hard. Det hadde vært ufint, spør du meg. Da rører vi ikke den, tenker jeg. Så ser vi heller... Let's touch the bush.
That's not the kind... A thick...
Der, stone slab igjen. Joink.
Nothing happened.
Her skal det kode, altså. I see. Nå.
Nothing happened.
Det er jo spiral hele veien, var det ikke?
I can see something through the hole.
Ja, hva er det bak der? Tentacle, monster face, og...
That huge... I can see some...
Tentacle, monster face, og så en sånn der hånd. Ok. Ingen av de ligner på det. Er det det? Ingen av de symbolene som ligner på de tingene som var der inne. Nei. Vi går bak fossen her da. Alltid noe bak fossen.
We can't get away from here.
Oi.
I know. I feel the same way you do, in case you haven't noticed.
Ah.
We can't just play LARP anyway.
And how are we supposed to do that
Jump on
without
the
a
hut.
game master?
We just make it up ourselves?
Chewbacca.
Have you ever made anything up yourself?
No. But being a game master
Lynn,
can't
Kevin
be
Smith.
that hard.
You also said making a computer game wasn't hard.
Hey, and nobody told me you need an engine for that. And it was the publisher's fault anyway.
We didn't have one.
But they would have screwed everything up if we had found one.
Klart det.
Whatever.
Typisk.
We need a game master, and game masters don't just fall from the heavens.
Nei, det gjør det jo ikke. Det skal jo ta seg ut.
Can't even enter the ruins.
We could play right here.
No, there's not enough atmosphere.
You know what? I've had enough. Yeah, we're out of here.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Are you selling pie bones in the jungle now? And did they make you wear those clothes?
Ja, for det er de fra det forrige spillet, de som jobbet i Python-butikken.
New lost wages.
Don't move, Kyle. Maybe he won't notice us.
I'm already talking to you.
Damn, it didn't work.
What are you doing here on the island?
We came here for the Galactic Festival. It was supposed to be a one-of-a-kind event. Galactic creatures, lots of action and music. They promised that nothing would be impossible.
And women.
Yeah, loads of stars were supposed to be here.
They weren't.
Total flop. No stars. We almost drowned.
And then there was the storm.
All a total waste. But we found a few like-minded people here and we thought, huh, let's do a LARP.
Live action role-playing.
I know my way around LARPs.
Well, of course, it's pretty obvious that you're doing
Der
on
er de
your own
mønstre
about
på
that whole
veggen.
dance film.
De som er ute.
How come there aren't any women in your LARP?
They're just not interested in that sort of thing.
Ja,
None of them
join us på
wanted us to
Discord.
save them. Oh, we would have chained them up so nicely. They wouldn't even have had to say anything. Just sit there and look pretty. Like that was too much to ask.
Now, we have to leave it all to our imaginations.
Oh, I had to handle it that way myself when I was young.
I'm 29.
How does that LARP thing of yours work?
We experienced the wildest adventures in a world of fantasy. Each of us slips into a role, and the game master tells us what we experience.
That's it?
It's harder than it sounds.
A game master has to know exactly what they're doing.
Otherwise, it gets really boring.
Hey, I can be your game master.
Who? You?
Ja, klart det.
You don't look the type.
You have no idea just how much imagination I really have.
Well, you just have to have enough for each of us here.
Of course.
But we also want to play in a location that's just perfect for us.
What do you have in mind?
We want to be heroes and tackle deadly traps.
The more dangerous, the better.
You know anywhere like that?
I have to find the perfect location for the LARP first.
Well, let us know when you find it.
I have to get going.
Der, da kan vi plukke opp her, da. Stone slab. Så er det noen symboler på veggen der.
I can't change those.
Nei, vet du hva, se de da. Der er det noen aliens. Lysstråle der.
Light shines here, on this exact spot on the pedestal.
Vi stabler den oppå der, eller? Vi kan kanskje feste der. Det kan vi, vet du.
The stone disc fits on there perfectly.
Der, og så det mellomste.
The stone disc.
Og så den lille, da.
The stone. Now it looks like all the discs are in place.
Yes, det er de, vet du. Og så... Ja, se her, ja. Se her, vet du. Der, og så... Den, var det ikke?
The socket secured.
Socket.
That's fine.
Permanent marker. Alltid kjekt å ha.
How useful.
Fruit rings. Klart det.
Especially good with milk.
Candles må vi ha. Sikkert. Liker at
Candles always come in handy.
whatever greia til han Star Trek-fyren her også er en dildo, så klart. Fordi, hvorfor ikke?
Hi, I'm Larry. Larry Laffer. And you look like... a time traveler.
What? What on earth gave you that idea? I'm a janitor.
Yeah, that would have been my next guess.
I'm will comply.
Will comply?
You have there?
Funny.
You can thank my parents for that.
What were their names?
Rese and Eve.
And in this LARP, you are what?
An intergalactic janitor, of course.
Isn't that a little unimaginative? Isn't a LARP about slipping into completely different roles?
But why should I completely abandon my innate abilities? Besides, a mop is a weapon not to be underestimated. It's kind of like the Swiss Army knife of cleaning equipment.
Yeah,
I have been to a lot of places, but it wasn't until I arrived on this island that I truly understood the word special.
What?
Don't listen to her. She has a problem with men like us who have extraordinary gifts.
Hun har litt sass, kan man si.
As Game Master, I can offer you a great story.
Really? Can I clean up in there too? Really? The best would be if it takes place in a filthy dump where I have to make a heroic effort to clean up. Is there anywhere like that around here?
I have to find the
I
location.
have to find the perfect location for the LARP first.
Good. Then let me know.
So,
You know.
do you work at a school or something?
No. If the dirt gets bad and you just don't know, who you gonna call?
Freelance janitor.
Will Comply gets everything clean. I can yell at school children, tenants, or employers too if that's what the client wants. Costs extra though. I was looking for a new professional challenge, so I thought, hey, why not apply in the corresponding costume? So I made this one myself, got the job, and, well, I'm sure you saw how that turned out. Now I don't know how to get back to new lost wages. and somehow I ended up with these
Will
guys.
Comply,
They
da.
told me that they needed more players for their LARP. I've never done anything like that before. But I'm flexible.
Oh,
Her det noe mer vi kan ta med oss herfra? Nei. Er det det? Snakker vi med den gjengen her også, da.
hey, Smokey Bear. You're here too.
Larry Laffer. Red shirt. This is the man I was telling you about, who opened my eyes to the great truth.
Oh, it's an honor. I hope I too may experience an awakening like that.
De også vil vel ha noe fra meg, da.
What's supposed to happen in this LARP?
I want to find traces of an ancient civilization. They could be behind the current conspiracy.
And I expect an interstellar adventure. Alien races with whom we can live in peace. A real step forward for mankind. Wisdom and peace.
Earlier, you said something about wanting to kick some alien ass.
For purely dramaturgical reasons, of course. Besides, I'd really like to experience a fist fight against a lizard man, where he shreds my shirt and everyone sees my muscles.
Lizard man, where? I never should have thrown my old tinfoil hat in the trash. This new one is crap.
Of course, it can't be a first contact, because that would require following a different directive.
Where are the lizard men?
Easy, Smokey, easy. I haven't seen any.
Lurer på om han dør da, siden han har rød skjorte.
Well hidden.
But without a game master, nothing's gonna happen. Those two bozos over
Red
there
shirts die
know
first.
exactly how this should work.
Who calls their kid Red Shirt?
We didn't want to bother to think one up first, and then have him drop dead anyway.
What?
That's what those two guys over there said. I have no idea what they meant either.
But I'm an important member of the crew. We agreed on that.
I don't understand any of this, but those two seem to know what they're talking about.
My real name is Captain Beefheart.
Whatever. Anyway, we're here for a LARP.
What have you been up to, Smokey?
Not so loud. They have microphones everywhere. If I'm not careful, they'll track me down again.
Oh, right.
I had to leave New Lost Wages in a hurry because they picked up my scent. They were everywhere. The man on the bus who kept looking at me, the ticket machine was watching me, and then there was this cat. It was in league with them. I then went to Louisiana for a conference on the secret world conspiracy. That's where I learned so many more hidden truths.
Tell your cat is plotting to kill you.
That's where I also received a flyer for a galactic festival here on this island. There were supposed to be lectures about the aliens who landed here a long time ago and founded a high culture. Supposedly, they hid their profound knowledge about mankind here. A place where you can discover the final insight into yourself.
I heard about that, too.
That's what I'm saying. There must be something to it. I don't know who organized it, but nothing worked. But at least I met these other folks. Don't tell them. But I think they actually believe it's just a game. And that's when it's the path to true self-discovery.
Ah, I see.
I could be your game master.
You think this is something for you?
Oh, let it, as long as I can fight Lizard Man. But we also need the perfect setting. Did you find something?
I have to find a... See you later.
Okay, I see. La oss gå ut her. Og tilbake hit. Nå snudde vi jo på den greia til at det passet med det som var inne der, gjorde du ikke det? For det var tentakelhue og så... Tentakelhue, ja, det matcher det som vi har laget der inne. Men hva hjelper det?
Nothing happened.
Okay, det noe korrespondanse på det? Ah, jeg må sikkert ha noe som den lysstrålen kan peke på de symbolene på veggen, tenker jeg.
Oops, back here again. This is one confusing jungle.
Ja, det kan du si. Kan jeg bruke det, tror du?
That won't...
Jeg tror jeg må ha speil. Jeg synes jeg så speil på den der andre øya I sted. Ok?
That's fine.
Ja, ok, vi må gå via menyen. Det Muffington, det ikke?
Hi, I know Muffington's one of the founding fathers, but why did they name the island after him?
I think it was the only island that didn't have a name.
Well, that's something. What else is here?
The founding fathers spent a lot of time here, and Rigibald Cockburn is said to be buried here. Maybe you can find some trace of him.
And I need to find a way to talk to Faith. She and the other cannibals will have to trust me. Is there anything else you can tell me about Muffington Island from the file?
The island is also considered to be haunted. It's said to be haunted by some scary Sister Superior.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Maybe I can find her. Speaking of scary, that guy back there does look kind of menacing.
Ja, for der det en tut. Det vil jeg ha. Otis.
Hi, I'm Larry.
Hi, my name is Otis. You seem pretty brave.
Why?
I mean, you're a man, right?
You bet I am.
I should be throwing you in our jail right now.
No need, I've been there.
What?
Nothing.
Well, I'll make an exception.
What do you know about the little guy in prison?
Oh, he kinda creeps me out. Oh, he looks at me funny and he licks his lips. And the places he grabs himself. There's no way I could ever reach those on my body. The other day, he made me so furious that I grabbed him and choked him. But he actually liked it. I stopped, and he was really disappointed. He said he almost had a sexual out-of-body experience. Ugh. Hopefully, he'll soon be fat enough to eat, and I won't have to hear his voice anymore.
Do you like being in this tribe?
Oh, so. Yeah, I'm not allowed to live in the village. My hut has to be outside.
Why's that?
Somehow I sometimes feel like I'm different, you know, from the other cannibal girls. Yeah. And I've been a member of the tribe since the very beginning.
And, well, I think you're... How can I put this delicately? You're clearly a man.
What? Of course not. That's an unsubstantiated allegation. At any rate, well, I'm just so confused. I don't really know what I am. It's all so
lemur,
confusing.
vel.
You have to learn to accept yourself as you are.
What do you mean?
You have to accept your masculine attributes.
Oh.
I have the same problem myself, but at some point I simply had to accept that my masculine virility has no limits. A man can also have his merits.
But the others behave so strangely towards me. This society simply has expectations of me that I can't meet.
If you find yourself attractive, then others will too.
There is something in what you're saying.
Can you tell me about the Sister Superior?
The Sister Superior? Better not talk about her. She's always somewhere nearby watching us. If we do anything she doesn't like, bad things happen.
Why don't you do something about her?
If only it was that easy. She especially picks on me. I'm her nephew.
You are?
That's what she calls me, and she thinks that everyone in her family is respectable. So I should be too.
I have to get going. Don't eat limbs unless you know where they came from.
Det generelt et bra tips, uansett. Uansett hvem du eller hvor du kommer fra.
Oh, the skeleton of a man.
Tør vi å gå inn her da? Vi blir ikke arrestert. Ser det jo greit ut. Salt og pepper.
What?
I was just looking for the bathroom.
Get back in there.
Ja, men faen. Ja, nei, vi kommer ikke forbi her uten å gjøre noe annet smart først tydeligvis da.
That's too far. I'm not looking cozy.
Får dra tilbake til Gofuku da. Prøve å gjøre oss ferdig der. Mavdalorian, ja, det var funny. I like that. Mavdalorian. Der putter vi den der. Da, vet du. Trekant. Sprekkerunding. Og nerver, firkant, krøll. Trekant, sprekkerunding, nerver, firkant, krøll. Trekant, sprekkerunding, nerver, firkant, krøll. Se her da. Pokeball? Nei. Firkant? Nei. Trekant. Og så skal vi ha sprekkerunding. Der er sprekkerunding, og så nedover firkant krøll, skal vi se. Og hvor mye sider er det på den der hjula her? Kom igjen. Nedover firkant krøll. Ja, er ikke det da? Hei, da kom det en skummel lyd. Er det flere runder, eller?
I can see something through the hole.
Ja. Horn, lilla baby Yoda. Og så har han så ut.
I can see something.
Ja, hendene inn sånn peker. Ok. Det skal vi klare å få til, vel? Der. Opp der, og så helt bort her. Nei, faen, jeg må se hva jeg skal trykke inn nå. Sånn, hulinngang, spiral og nede ved trekant. Hulinngang, spiral, nede ved trekant. Hulinngang, spiral, nede ved trekant. Jeg skulle kunne åpne seg, så jeg kunne velge, det var fint. Nei, kom igjen da. Hulinngang, og så skal vi spiral her. Det er også et par klikk unna. Ikke sånn spiral, men sånn rund spiral. Der. Og nede ved trekant, var ikke det? Jo. Der, tenker jeg. Ho. Nei. Der. Og så siste da, eller? Hvis ikke det mangler noe på andre siden her da, som vi også må få tak i og sette på plass, men det er tvillig. Dobbelthorn, insekt, fuck you. Dobbelthorn, insekt, fuck you. 360 dobbelthorn, insekt, fuck you til alle dere. Der. Firkantspiral. Cocktailbær. Og hva nå det er? Shape. Firkantspiral, cocktailbær. Mumiehuset. Da blir vi sultne. Jeg begynner å bli sulten. Så ta ferdig det her og se hva som er der inne, og så runder vi av, tenker jeg. Hvis vi må se klokka var 2, så er det på tide å gå og legge seg. Ikke legge seg, men logge av etter hvert. Der, så cocktailbæret. Det synes jeg ligner på. Der, og så random shapes, som ser ut som et eller annet. Ser ut som byggeklosser, som hadde noe kid. Når er det de kommer ut på den her da? Etter den der? Nei, etter der da. Ja, men faen. Der! Haha! Som Sala er klar for kamp. Skjold og sverd og hjelm. Da er det åpent.
Ah, that worked. The entrance to the ruins is now open.
Det må jo være en perfekt setting for cosplay, tror du ikke? Eller for LARPs.
The door handle seems to be coupled to the trapdoor.
Ja, kanskje vi kan få de disposable
A lizard
dudes,
statue. I can imagine who's going to go nuts over that.
Ja, det kan jeg. Red shirt. Han skal dø først, vet du.
You think this... No, as long as but we all...
Yes.
Ooh, grip.
Så der, ja.
Okay, let's go. I can hardly wait.
I don't like this place. They're watching me. I can feel it.
Start already! Start already!
So your spaceship crashed on an alien planet. There you find the remains of an ancient civilization.
Good start.
Something approaches. It's a vampire.
Aha!
The creature possesses...
Hva possesser den? En alpaca, en eggplant, eller smoky? Hva tror vi? Sweetquid D&D, ja. Kan godt kjøre det. Rese, men det tar jo litt tid, da. Det kan vi gjøre. Hva tror du han vampyren possesser av Wanda Child? Eller Sala? Skal vi gå for? Alpaca? Ait.
An alpaca.
Okay.
The lizard comes to life. With a grating sound, it comes closer and closer.
Den kommer til å spille frem til klokka 8,
I
og
guess
så
I'll
runder
just
jeg.
Starfleet manual for the rules of conduct for first contact with possessed lizard statues.
Yeah, that too. But then it winds up to crush you. You
You say whiz whiz.
Say whiz whiz.
No occult spells! Not now!
The statue has frozen. You quickly proclaim the New World Order.
I knew it! They are amongst us!
Well, what do you think of the story?
I don't know. Somehow it all just doesn't fit. What do you mean?
Is that you? That buzzing? The Greys! They're close by!
I don't think he likes it either. Maybe you could think up something better. You know, I want to fight lizards, but strictly in accordance with Starfleet regulations, of course.
You know, I guess I don't have all the right answers.
Maybe you don't know as much about LARPing as you think you do.
It looks pretty ancient and menacing.
I'm
not touching that.
No.
Okay, let's go. I can hardly wait.
I don't like this place.
Start already.
So your space. There you find the remains of
good stuff.
Something.
Ja, han synes ikke det var så dumt at det var en vampire.
The creep. Smokey.
What?
Se der, ja, det likte han litt bedre.
What do you think of the story?
I don't know.
Nei,
What do you
ikke.
mean?
Is that you?
I don't. Maybe you know.
You know.
Maybe you.
Ok, kom igjen da, vi kan få det til.
Okay. Start already.
So you're there. You've
good stuff.
Some.
A goblin.
A goblin.
Aha!
The creature possesses
An eggplant.
eggplant.
Okay.
The lizard comes to life.
Yes.
With a grating sound, it comes closer and closer.
I consult the Starfleet manual for the rules of conduct for first contact with possessed lizard statues.
Yeah, that too. But then it winds up to crush you. You die.
No.
The statue has frozen. You quickly dig yourself in. Well, what do you think?
What do you...
Is that you?
Maybe you know? I want to...
You know...
Maybe you don't...
Ok. Skal vi se. Prøve en annen kombinasjon, eller det noe vi må...
So you're... There you find...
Good stuff.
Some... A unicorn.
Aha!
The creep... Smoke.
What? Get it up.
Well,
what do you...
Is that...
Altså, han liker i hvert fall ikke at han blir possesset av Smokey, da. Det greit.
Okay. Stop.
So there you...
Good stuff.
Some... A god.
Aha!
And
okay.
The list with a...
I could...
but then you...
No.
The you... Run. Well, what do you...
What do you...
Is that you?
I don't... Maybe you know?
You know...
Maybe you don't...
Ok. Det ikke helt der tydeligvis, da.
I don't think... Good idea.
Okay, let's go.
Mista connection,
I don't...
Stop.
So you're... There you...
Good stuff.
Something... Of... The creep... And...
Okay.
The list with a...
I consult...
But then you... Say...
No, I can't...
The you... Dig? Well, what do you think?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Is that you?
Maybe you know?
You know...
Maybe you...
This is the only... That doesn't look like a... That doesn't... This is the only way out. I can't take my eyes off... It looks pretty...
Får ikke de gutta her til å like storyen min. Kanskje jeg må... Jeg skjønner ikke hvordan jeg skal få... Kanskje jeg må spørre de andre gutta om story-stuff, da. Jeg påstår at jeg kunne det godt, sånn.
We experience, each of us.
That's it?
It's harder.
A game, Matt.
Otherwise. They would like that.
No.
How?
I'm 20.
Hey,
Who?
You don't look.
you have no idea. Of course.
But we,
What do you...
we want to be,
More dick.
you know, anywhere.
I have to find...
Well,
I have to...
Mellom.
And...
Good.
Oh. The light. Hi?
Yeah.
Have you ever done a LARP?
I can also speak in other voices.
Nah, forget it.
Kunne ikke hjelpe meg der.
You should...
That seems to be happening.
I'm fine.
Maybe I should take you to a phone.
Have you seen one around here?
Good point. That looks pretty lap.
Det ser mørkt ut for å komme noe særlig videre her sånn da, med de gutta der. Hvis ikke jeg har noe mulighet for å så... Nei, er det noe vi kan kombinere her for å... Ikke noe som jeg kommer på umiddelbart. Prøv å snakke med de en gang til da.
Okay,
Se hva som
let's
skjer.
go.
I don't like...
Start already.
So you're speak. There you find...
Good stuff.
Some...
Aha!
The creature possesses...
Hvis de han possesser Smokey, så liker han ikke det
An
helt annet.
alpaca.
Okay.
The lizard with a great...
I consult the story.
But then it winds up to crush you. You...
Ok, det er vel ingen gode alternativer. Jeg tror jeg må lære meg mer om det her først.
Proclaim...
What is that night made, you know?
You know, I guess...
Maybe you don't...
Jeg tror hun har rett, altså. Jeg tror ikke jeg kan nok om det. Hvor ellers kan jeg dra? Jeg kan dra bort hit. Nice. Nei, det kan jeg ikke. Uff da. Si. Det er bare de locations som popper opp jeg kan dra til, og der kommer jeg ikke forbi. Så ikke jeg kan bruke den inflatable duden da, som åte, måtte jeg på å si. Jeg synes at de burde work together. De virker som om de burde det. Har han noe smart å si? Nei, sikkert ikke. Ja,
I
der ja.
found the file.
Skal vi se her, vet du.
Lovely. I hope it helps you find it, and that we can then both enjoy exploring the cave.
Of course. Do you need anything else?
Oh, I'll admit I'm a little bored, but I pass the time with my fertile imagination, and with planning what little diversions to try next. Did you know that you could have extraordinary sexual experiences where the mind leaves the body for a short time?
I prefer to have sexual experiences in my body.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
I'm afraid...
Oh!
Ikke dukket opp noe nytt her siden gang, nei. Hvis jeg går bort der, så blir jeg arrestert, å ta på å si.
Those can't be... That... Good idea. She seems so shocked.
Kan jeg gå bort og prate med henne? Jeg blir arrestert da.
What? How did you get back?
Ja, jeg blir arrestert, ja. Typisk, typisk, typisk. Nei, vi skal ikke få dra tilbake til hotelløya, da. I guess.